Happy Sunday, ladies. So since I've turned 43 a couple of months ago, the coffee hits a little differently and sleep has become a full-time job, and lightning bolts of anxiety have been shooting through me for no particular reason. So, but it's not all bad here. I'm actually going to share with you a few things I've been doing and learning, particularly magnesium and what type. So stick around and let's do this. Okay, ladies, let's talk magnesium. But first off, let me tell you, my name is Helen, and I am not a doctor. I am just a regular old gal trying to figure this out in real time. So let me share with you what's working and what I've learned. The first magnesium that I'm going to talk about, which I'm sure you're very familiar with, is magnesium citrate. And that one is known for helping things move along. So if you struggle with constipation, that could be a good form for you. But because of this, it might not be a good daily magnesium supplement for you because it might keep you running to the bathroom. Now, the second form of magnesium I'm going to talk about is magnesium glycinate. This one is known for calming anxiety, sleep support. So ding, 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 that's me. That's something I need. But the third magnesium I want to talk to you about is magnesium L-Threonate. And this one is a little bit newer to me. So I've done some research and this is what I found out. This one is actually known for helping, particularly in perimenopause, women with mood, focus, and memory. So again, that's kind of a ding, ding, ding for me. So I really like that one. So then that got me thinking, can I take both magnesium glycinate and magnesium L-Threonate? And how much magnesium is too much magnesium? And things like that. So this is what I found out. The recommended dose for magnesium glycinate between 200 and 400 milligrams daily to see benefits there. And then with magnesium L-Threonate, I found that if you're looking for that cognitive support, like the mood, memory, and focus during perimenopause, that you want to take around 144 milligrams of magnesium L-Threonate. So then I looked at what's the recommended daily allowance of magnesium anyway. And I found that the recommended daily allowance is around 350 milligrams. And that felt a little bit low, especially if I'm trying to get the benefits from the L-Threonate and the benefits from the glycinate. That would be pushing me over in my daily magnesium. And is that bad for my body? Does it tax my liver? Blah, 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 blah. So what I found further in my research is that it is okay to take both. Also, if you are sweating regularly, which I hope you are because exercise is so good for us, especially during perimenopause, to keep our mood and focus where it needs to be. You can actually take more magnesium that way because you lose magnesium through sweating. So if you are sweating regularly, you can take more. So what I've been doing is I take magnesium glycinate, I take 2 capsules of this particular brand, and that gets me in between that 200 and 400 range, which is what's recommended to see improvements in calming anxiety and sleep support. So I take that about an hour or 2 before bed. I just take 2 capsules when I brush my teeth at night, and then it's taken care of, and I have noticed drastic improvements in that. I've been doing this for probably 6 months. And you know how like when you were in your 30s and you were woken up in the middle of the night by like a toddler or maybe your dog puking, you could like handle it and then just go back to bed and go right back to sleep. At least that's kind of how it was for me. That is not the case anymore. The slightest thing will wake me up in the middle of the night, and then my mind will start spinning about my calendar, and I am just wired and cannot go back to sleep. And the magnesium glycinate, 2 capsules when I brush my teeth at night, has really fixed this. Yay! So now the magnesium L-Threonate. So I've also been really struggling with afternoon fatigue, But if I'm also having sleep issues and anxiety, you can't be hitting that afternoon coffee the way maybe you did in your 20s and 30s, because it will keep you up at night, or it will just make you more wired and anxious. So what do? So there's two things about that. I've been taking the magnesium L-Threonate, and I take just one capsule of the same brand. So that one takes care of it, and I have seen some improvement, I think, in my mood and focus and memory. And you know what? Maybe it's a placebo, maybe it's not. Either way, I've seen some improvement, so I'm gonna keep taking it. On the fatigue front, if you are crashing in the afternoon, I have made a really nice habit, didn't make this habit overnight, but of increasing my protein. And I know, protein, but I have really made a habit of keeping my protein up, especially getting a lot of protein before noon. And then when I have lunch, also making sure that I've got proteins and fats. Because if you have like a naked carb lunch, your blood sugar is going to crash, and you're really going to hit that afternoon fatigue hard. And I'm not talking like hard like it was in your 20s and 30s. I'm like talking really hard fatigue now that we're kind of perimenopausal. So getting that protein and fat in your lunch is going to help sustain your energy through the afternoon. Adding magnesium L-Threonate to that mix is going to help keep you from having that crash. And then you can kind of avoid that afternoon cup of coffee altogether, so that you don't have the lightning bolts shooting through you and the anxiety and the bad sleep. So those are my tips on magnesium. You can take both magnesium glycinate and L-Threonate if you're sweating. So take both magnesium glycinate and magnesium L-Threonate together, and I think you're gonna see some great improvement. So if you wanna learn more about things that make us stronger, things that make us softer and wiser, then stick around, because that's what I am all about here. So let me know what's working for you for combating fatigue and anxiety in these perimenopausal years, because I'll take all the help I can get. So let me know in the comments below what's working for you, and let's get this conversation going. We're gonna figure this out in real time, and we are gonna be stronger, softer, and wiser moving into our golden years.